fat loss formula to help you lose weight, drop fat, and drop inches. If you're over 40 and you're finding it harder and harder to lose that weight, you're going to want to watch this video. What's up, guys? Brian with Applied Fitness, and I'm going to go over the fat loss trifecta. These three things are the things that are probably holding you back in your health and fitness and fat loss journey. I see this all the time. It's happening with myself, where you exercise all the time and you eat right and you think you're doing all the right things, but you're still not seeing the results that you want. So probably it's going to come down to one of these three things that we want to focus on. So listen as I explain each. First off is hormones are the hidden key to fat loss. And now this is super, super important. And you don't hear much talked about this, but hormones are destiny. Because as we age, our estrogen levels decrease. In guys, our testosterone levels decrease. And what happens if we don't manipulate those or take that into consideration, it's going to become even harder to lose the weight. So what we want to do for females, we want to make sure that we are adjusting our nutritional support because of our hormones, and we also want to make sure that we're doing the strength training because of the hormones. We want to make sure that we're managing those estrogen levels. For us all, cortisol is a killer. So as our stress level goes up, again, if we're not managing our hormones, managing our stress hormones, and who's not under any stress? I don't know about you, but there's stress everywhere. What happens is that cortisol makes sure the body stores on the fat, particularly around the tummy area. So that's the worst kind of fat, and it's the stubborn body fat that just doesn't look good, and it's just the hardest to lose. So if we can manage our hormones, that's the key right there. Number two is supercharge your metabolism. Now, think your metabolism as a thermostat. The higher your metabolism, the more calories you burn. The lower your metabolism, the less calories you burn. Simple enough, right? Simple in theory, but hard in practice. So how can we ignite our metabolism so we burn more calories even at rest? Simple. Comes down to strength training. That's why we always talk that strength first. Cardiovascular training is great, but the problem with that is that actually lowers your metabolism. But when you strength train with a moderate weight, when I say moderate, I mean a weight that's light enough that you can do maybe 12 to 18, but not too heavy or not super light where you could do like 50 repetitions. A moderate weight for moderate repetitions a few times a week will stimulate your metabolism and it'll keep it elevated, and that is the holy grail right there. Last but not least is master your macros. Now, macros, think of macros as the building blocks of your diet. So we want to manipulate those. And one thing in particular is important, and that is protein. We want to make sure that we're getting sufficient protein at each meal, because that's going to keep that in conjunction with the strength training. It's going to keep your metabolism elevated. It's going to regulate your hormones, and that is going to complete the trifecta. So focus on these three things in your health and fitness and fat loss journey, and you'll see success. And if you need anything or have any questions, reach out to us. We're here to help.